What's up, brothers and sisters? Holy shamoly macaroni. The market went gangbusters today. We had the good old CPI come out, and the stock market just took off. It was hot in the pre-market, and then we just had a gap and grind. Let's just take a look here at the market index. And so you can see here, the CPI came out right around here, and we ended up with just a straight trend. So CPI comes out, and then we kind of base out here, and then boom. As soon as the market takes off, it's just off to the dang races. And you can see, like, it's just like the whole day. We basically got one decent pullback the whole day. And so it was a true gap and grind. And, after the action the last couple days where a lot of stocks were dumping off, it was probably a welcome thing, right? To see that CPI come in where it's supposed to come in and then the market take off. Now, beyond that, there was some action all over the place. Old Martin Shkreli came in and bashed the quantum computing companies. And so you had a huge dump in IONQ right off the gate. I mean, this thing dropped 5 points. RGTI, we were short this one at the open, and dude, this thing dropped sub $5 before it rebounded. So there was action both long and short. But then the real story was, with the indexes grinding, the Mag 7s taking off. So if you look at the ETF or the Mag 7s, I mean, holy crap. We were just on the Watchlist blog, right, a few days ago, talking about how this Mags looks like a flag breakout. And, man, it's been off to the races. If you look at FNGU, that's, the ETF, the 3X ETF for some of the FANG stocks. Dude, I mean, this is gangbusters, guys. This is an ETF, right? Like, it's, like, when they move like this, you got to pay attention. And so, in one day, we really kind of hyped back the market, but got hypey again after a couple days of just deflation. Bitcoin, interestingly enough, also came back in flavor. And so you saw some remounts in some of the Bitcoins, Bitcoin stocks like Coin and MSTR was up 10% at one point today. So awesome day all around for longs. And, Tesla, big breakout, finally took out all-time highs. I mean, it went from flag to breakout to all-time highs so quick. But, I mean, it's very rare, guys. This is one of the faster times I've seen a stock go from the 200-day moving average to all-time highs in, just a month and a half. And this is, right, $1 trillion company. It's not that easy to move. But the heat is on, and it was an all-day long trender. It was grinding higher the whole day, so it was hard to really get a hold of it unless you were just kind of buying and holding it. But it was a sight to see. Like, I wasn't personally trading much of it beyond a few scalps here or there. But it's nice. It's like watching history in the making. And so, you just kind of want to do it. So what's the play for tomorrow? I think as this is broken out all-time highs, if we get a big gap tomorrow, then I think we take a day trade on this to the short side. And let it, kind of break back under, I don't think that's a high level opportunity or anything like that. It's not like how MSTR was at 540 when we took this. I think we were shorting this almost at the open. It's not that kind of opportunity, but I think, we might have 10, 15, 20 points in it or something like that. If it gaps up, like my thinking is if it gaps up to, let's say, 440, 450, right? Something like that. And you get $70, $80 away from your 9 EMA, then we can take it down. And the same thing, right? If you get a big gap in the mags, big gap, like 2-3%, at least 1% though. I think that, we could get a quick short in these things. I want to see the gap though. If they get a weak open on this, I think they probably actually get bought up because Tesla, of course, is extended. Netflix is a little bit extended. Apple's like a little bit extended, but there's still a little bit of catch up that can be had. And right, Nvidia, there's some catch up in some of these type of names. And so not all of them are going right. And so I think, we can be a little bit mindful, but like even Google has gone up so much. And so you get a big gap up in Google tomorrow. test of 200. I'd probably take that down. Now, just for day trades, these look great as longer term charts, but right, they're all breaking out the all-time highs. But for day trades, I think we have, a potential chance to take these down, as the Mag 7s are just very, 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 right, very extended. Now let's go into the watch list for tomorrow. I kept it short and sweet here. I want to stay away from obviously longing some of the Mag 7s unless they show weakness tomorrow. I think this QRE had an inside day today. I'd like to take part in this one. The volume is still holding up okay. Big PR out a couple days ago. Very narrow range day. RBRK is another one. We've got a little bit of a flag breakout setting up at 7:30. You've got Asan here at 24.55. I think that's a good spot there. DocuSign, if we can come back into the 9 EMA, I'd actually look at trying to bounce that one for a potential swing trade, kind of like how Marvel was, right? You get this pullback into the 9. It's a really nice potential swing trade entry. That's one of my favorite swing trade setups, which is like a post-earnings setup. And then, we got SFIX here. Look at the base on this thing. Look at the base on this thing. You got a couple days worth of shorts in this also. If it can hold this breakout spot, why not, right? Tis the season for these kind of names. And boom. I think Roblox still, we can keep day trading this one, right? You just started coming out of range. Awesome trend on this today. And then, out of the big boys, I think Meta still, we want to be adding on dips. If this has some weakness tomorrow, it yanks back at, some big support spot, then I think we could kind of come in and take that. But my guess is, that if we gap up on some of these, we definitely want to take them down for at least an opening gap fade or something along that end, right? Now, on the other side of things, this SC did a little bit of an undercut yesterday, now a remount. Watch this one. Usually the undercut and remount, 118 break looks pretty good. And then, man, that looks real nice, right? And I think, even something like a UPST could get going tomorrow. Now, look, I've been fucking putting this UPST on my watch list forever, and, it ain't been doing nothing, right? So maybe tomorrow's the day. I have noticed that a firm tends to trade a little bit better, and this also has a level starting to develop at 72. Beyond that, I think we stay away from the quantums for tomorrow. Now that you got some volume selling and stuff on these, maybe not the easiest play. You're seeing some chinks in the armor on, right, some of these bad boys. So let's switch back into some of the other stuff. Roblox, SFIX, Docu, Asan, RBRK, QRE. And then if we get the gap up, Google 200, I think. Tesla 440. Something along that end. We could take some of those down. And do the Lord's work, right? Do the Lord's work. But only if they gap up. I got no interest in these things, in shorting them if they have a weak open. They'll probably go red to green. So, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I love you guys. Take care.